What's up, YouTube? The last guy, he held it against me the fact that he was a gay man being involved with a pre-op trans man, and he had a way of behaving and wording things and talking and insisted on reminding me of what he had done for me, as if viewing and treating me as he would any other partner was such a large task that I owed him one for it. When I'm just sitting here like, this is what you would do for any partner. Why the fuck are you supposed to get extra credit? In the process of him learning and trying to get things right, it was harmful to me. And it was like, if I did try to say how something was like harmful to me, he just didn't want to acknowledge, didn't want to admit to it, and try to find every reason in the book as to why it wasn't. And I'm just like, you can't tell me what's harmful to me. I'm the one that's taking the blow, you know. Personally, if I'm going to enter a relationship with someone, I don't want to have to teach them everything about interacting with me. You know, it really proved to me that I didn't deserve that bullshit, and that couldn't be all there was for me as a trans man. For a while, I actually did believe that there was no hope for me as a trans man, and like, this is like early in my transition before I actually did, and the thought was very, very daunting to me. It made me even more afraid and hesitant to transition, thinking that there would be no one out there for me. And you know, I'm young and everything, but I have hope. I have hope, a dream, and love, and marriage too. You know, I want these things as well, and sitting here thinking that no one's ever going to love me based on the fact that I was trans is like, it was a little scary. It was one of the aspects of transitioning that I wasn't sure I was ready to get into. But that leads me to another thing though, and is people seem to have this idea that we transition for attention, that we transition to date the opposite sex. And I mean, I guess there are some people who do, but oftentimes the attention you get as a trans person isn't the attention people think it is. It's not the attention that most people really want. People want to be adored, to be liked, to be considered attractive. But it's like, a lot of times when you tell somebody you're trans, that's all they focus on. You become a conversational piece, a curiosity, and a lot of times an experiment. It's like, it's not what people think it is. But let me get back to my point. I had to recognize my own worth. I don't know. I started, being that I had low self-esteem, I placed it in others and how others responded to me and what others gave to me, and instead of focusing on how I treated myself and viewed myself. But I had to remind myself that I'm a human being and I'm worthy of great love just like anyone else, and that there's someone out there for everybody. So there's no point in me settling and getting myself into a situation that proves to be more harmful than it does beneficial. And you know, if a person is going to be with me, there are no exceptions, there are no extra points to give. You either accept me or you don't. That's just it. It's not, oh, I'm trans and you're doing such a wonderful job of being with me, as if it's some type of charity work or something, when it's nothing like that. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. You know, but I've come to learn that there are just certain ideas with another person that if we don't have a common understanding of it, we're not going to get along. But I would prefer to be with someone who doesn't view gender in that way, doesn't view it as a way of determining how people should behave and what they should do. Like I said, the problem with this guy is that, and like I said, a lot of the other guys, is that he viewed a vagina as a woman's part. I don't. He views a penis as a man's part. I do not. I think dating as a lesbian was a lot easier. Okay, so like, interacting with people as the same gender, or as the gender that they perceive to be the same as their own, there's that one less barrier. There's more room to communicate, and it's like heterosexual cisgender women, and it seemed like when I would talk to them, and being that I granted, I don't understand a lot of the cues and the way of interacting between a heterosexual man and a heterosexual woman, because I didn't grow up socializing in that manner. But it's just like there was this unspoken code that was completely alien to me, and it just seemed like we couldn't just talk and be two people communicating. It was, I'm gonna behave this way because you're a man, I'm gonna do this because you're a woman, and that's just not how I operate. I'm gonna behave this way because you are you, because you're a person, because you put yourself out there this way, but not because you have titties, because you have a vagina. I'm like, I don't talk to your titties and your vagina all day, so I'm not going to treat you based upon your titties and your vagina. And like I was saying with lesbians, you know, there is a dynamic in some of those relationships, but at the same time, there's that one less barrier, and that for me was quite a shock when I got to the other side. You know, because at the end of the day, I don't understand any of this shit. These rules and games we put into interacting with one another and dating is like, to me, at the end of the day, we're just two people who like each other. So I don't see the need for putting up these walls and doing all these things when, like I said, just two people who like each other. It can't get any more simple than that, in my opinion. So, thank you for watching. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.